then here we go. Whoa, no, this is so bad. I just already messed up. Like, I'm not gonna edit this either. They're gonna hear all this good stuff. Okay, all this good stuff. That's what happens when we don't do it on normal days. Hello, 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 and welcome back to another episode of Frank's Unsolicited Advice, the NFL edition. We're gonna be recapping Wild Card Weekend and discussing the divisional rounds. I am joined by my team, the wonderful and beautiful Bree. Bree, what's up?
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. I'm great. And June, my man, looking young as ever. You know what I'm saying? With the V-neck on, fresh. What's up, Bobby? What's up?
What is going on? Happy to be alive.
I bet we all are, right? Well, I mean, we don't have much to uncover, but we do have some stuff to talk about. Um, it's the games are what 6 games total, so it's not going to take long to recap those. But we do have some stuff that's happened since then. Some firing, some Twitter, some trash talking. So let's get to the recaps, and then we could take our time discussing what we've seen and what we saw, and then discuss these divisional round games. So Bree, go ahead, take it away.
Well, June and Frank were both 4-2 with our predictions, and I was 3-3. So it was another tie between June and Frank. So the first game was the Bills and the Colts. The Bills ended up winning 27-24.
That was close until the Bills took over. It was close until it wasn't close anymore. For a second there, I thought the Colts were going to upset.
Thought they were going to kick a field goal
Yeah,
to tie the game and go into overtime.
I think Frank Wright just played his hand, and I think he played the wrong hand. I always feel like with some teams, you got to take as many points as you can. Especially when your defense is holding up a little bit and not really holding up a lot. So I think Phillip Rivers should come back and try again next year. He didn't look too bad. I think he looked okay. So I mean, I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Yeah,
The Rams.
I think,
Sorry, go ahead.
no, you're good. And just real quick about the Bills, I really think that the Bills are almost like a boxing team, right? Like a fighter. It's like they start out they try to check you out, how hard you're gonna hit. They gotta come around and eventually, the 12th rounder is really a 4 rounder in football. And by the time the second or third round come, they already know your moves and they're already adjusted. So I think that's the type of team that the Bills are.
I think the Bills are poised to make a good run. I think this next week this upcoming game is gonna be a challenge, but we'll talk about that later. So we'll go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the Rams beat the Seahawks 30-20.
I was surprised. Not gonna lie, I had the Seahawks picked. I thought with the Rams having a backup quarterback in there and then him getting hurt, I just thought the Seahawks offense was gonna show up better. I
Why is no one talking crap about them losing to the Rams?
Well, they are. Russell Wilson, when they fired Marty Schottenheimer, they people were saying, why are we blaming only the head coach? I mean, the coaches and not the players. They saying that Russell Wilson should take some of that blame for them struggling. First half of the season, he was the MVP, clear winner of the MVP. Second half of the season, he's not the MVP no more. He's struggling. He's throwing picks, and it's very identifiable what he's doing. You had Lockett, right? Had over 100 receptions. Metcalf over had 1,000 yards receiving. So it wasn't that they wasn't producing on the other side. It just means that I feel people caught on to their game, kind of like what people were doing to Tampa at first with them going deep. A lot of safeties are like, oh, we're just going to play deep. They're just going to bomb it, so we're just going to keep playing that deep, and intercept them. You know what I'm saying? Force them to throw that ball. So I think Seals got exposed a little bit. But they did talk about it, though. It wasn't like it wasn't.
My favorite part is, I root for anybody Florida State. So, baby Jalen Ramsey, after the game. So, when they had beat the Rams to get the divisional title, when was it? Last week or the week before last? Or last week? Or the week before last. The Seahawks players were talking about, we're going to take our cigars and we're gonna get our hat and our jersey. And after the Rams beat the Seahawks, Jalen Ramsey was like, they can keep their cigars, they can go smoke their cigars in Cabo. They can keep their hats and their jerseys. They can wear their hat and their jerseys in Cabo because they ain't going nowhere. I was like, I love him. Like, he's cocky, but I feel like Jalen Ramsey is cocky. Like, he has a reason to be cocky because he played good.
I'm a little on the fence with Jalen. You know, if you let me,
okay, personal wise, Jalen Ramsey, I'm not a fan of him. Especially like how he did Golden Tate's sister. But
I wasn't even talking about that. I was talking about the fact
personally, but like football wise,
but he comes off with I remember the famous video, who locked who down? Who locked who down? Look at the tape, right? Yeah.
Remember the fight with him and AJ Green?
Yes. But here's my beef with him. Yeah, he's a good corner. He's not the best corner. He's been beat. He's been
100%.
beat. He's been beat multiple times. Okay. And you know, he got on Metcalf once. All right, you got him. You're not that great, bro. See, it goes back to that when him and when Gilmore said, I don't play zone, I play man to man. I'm a man to man corner. And he tried to come and say, well, I play zone because that's what scheme they put me on. Bro, you've been beat. You get beat when the crossing route goes, you get beat. You're not the greatest corner no. That's why you never made defensive player of the year like Stephen Gilmore. So to me, it's like he's good, but he ain't all that. And you know, I just don't, you know, that's just me. June, you want to say something. Go ahead, bro.
Man, every time I see Jalen Ramsey, man, every time after every play, this is what he does. Like, dude, you look for the flag even when
he's on the bench.
Even when he's on the he's on the bench and he gets up and he looks for the flag. It's interesting, man. And yeah, like you, he's a good corner. I don't think he's nowhere near the best. I don't even think he's probably top 4, top 5 in my opinion. But that's just my opinion.
Everyone's entitled to their wrong opinions, but carry on.
You're right. How them Steelers? But anyway, look,
it's okay. It's okay. I got something for him.
I got something for you too. But one thing I am gonna say, I am very surprised at the Rams game. But I think if there's anyone that's more surprised than I am, is definitely Jared Goff, because he damn well didn't think he was gonna be in that game.
No, he was like, "Can I get a break?"
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, he's suited up," but he doesn't even know how. Then old boy gets hit in the head and he's in the game.
I mean, it was a decent. I mean, the defense showed up. Give him credit. Jalen did good. You know, he defended his passes when he had to. The Rams defense is number 1 in scoring. I didn't know that. And the you know, we'll talk about the Packers game coming up anyway. But yeah, it was I was surprised that Russell went out the way he did. That's just me, you know.
100%.
The Bucs beat Washington 31-23.
Mm-hmm. Who was surprised that they struggled?
A
little. But I turned it off like third quarter because I was very tired.
Okay.
I wasn't surprised that they struggled. I think I was more surprised, just like you probably was, on that damn quarterback from Washington. I mean, Lord, who would have thought? This guy was just taking the college course, and now virtually, he wasn't even, you know, obviously because of COVID, but he was taking his college course, and all of a sudden he gets the call, and hey, so they were telling the story how he got to the team, because he was cut, then they signed him to the practice squad, and then boom, then he suited up for the game.
You know,
so I was surprised.
What pissed me off a little bit, not pissed me off, what bothers me, yes, I guess what bothers me, what burns my biscuits, I'm going to do my episode with my podcast, is these commentators. And I'm going to tell you why. Oh, Brady they can't beat a team with a good rush team, or a good playoff team. So they beat a playoff team. Oh, well, they beat a playoff team that was 7-9. Oh, well, he can't do good against the pass rush, but they beat the team with the second best pass rush behind the Buffalo Bills. I just feel like every time they do something, people got to throw that flag in there. Like, well, it was against this. Well, the only team that they beat with a winning record was the Packers. Well, who has the number 1 seed? The Packers. I was surprised. No, I'm lying. I wasn't surprised they struggled because, again, this team doesn't have the chemistry that people think they have. Yes, they beat up on a couple of teams towards the end, the Falcons twice and the Lions. And, it wasn't like it's the best competition on the defensive side. They were going up against the number 2 rush defense in the league. And I feel like they showed up. And I feel like they played football like it should be played. It's not always going to be a blowout. But can my defense step and make a play when I need it? The defense was getting beat. But I think, that, again, there was no tape on this Heineke dude. Taylor Heineke, that's his name, right? There's no tape on him. He played at ODU. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody knows this guy. And guess what? I give him credit. He went out there. He made the right reads. He threw the ball where he had to. And he played well. He came back out with his shoulder being messed up and played. So shots out, they won a division. They beat the wild card, and they're moving on. But it was a good game. I think it was one of the best games overall in the weekend because it was closer. And it wasn't boring either. You know what I'm saying? So that was it for me.
Okay. And then, sorry, my mom had called me. And then on Sunday, the Ravens beat the Titans 20-13.
That was a good game.
Mm-hmm.
You were the only one that had the Ravens, Frank.
Huh?
You were the only ones that had the Ravens winning.
Really? June, you picked the Titans, June?
I picked the Titans, man. I thought they were gonna come out swinging in Tennessee. I thought this guy was gonna have a better rush game than what he did have. So that they shut him down, and the game started out okay.
Yeah.
But then afterwards, it was just very tight.
But what it showed me was, one, Lamar's getting over that whole situation. I like the fact Lamar's getting his props. That's one. Two, it showed me that Tennessee's been what it was. They caught a lot of people off guard last year because of the run game. And I feel that this season, this time, that the Ravens showed up when they had to show up. And Lamar played well. He played to his strengths. He ran the ball when he had to. He threw it when he had to. And if the Ravens continue to play like this, it could be an interesting game this weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yes.
I think Tennessee's weaknesses, in my opinion, is going to be the receivers. Regardless of Corey Davis and A.J. Brown, they had a lot of drop passes. Even before Sunday's game, they had a lot of drop passes too.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably one of the biggest weaknesses in the offense.
I think so too. But people forget that Ryan Tannehill was only throwing for like $185 yards in the postseason, 100 yards here and there. He wasn't doing it. Derrick Henry did everything. I'll run the ball. I'll do return kicks. I even defend players on defense. He did it all. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, shouts out to the Ravens. They showed up. That's what that matters.
Yeah, 100%.
The Saints beat the Bears 21-9.
I want to say so much, man, but I'm going to wait until we're done with all the recaps before I go in because I have a lot to say. So go ahead.
And lastly, the Browns beat the Steelers 48-37.
Well, I think we were all surprised. I was surprised.
June wasn't.
June
wasn't.
Picked the Browns, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, because the Browns is who the Browns is.
All right. So is that the last game? Is that the last game that we going to? Right. So I'm going to go in and say what I want to say. All right. Here's the deal. I picked the Steelers because they were home. I'm going with the consistency of the Steelers. The Steelers' mistake was they didn't let Ben play the last game of the season, not even for a half or a quarter. I feel they went into it too cocky. And the Browns, I've always said the Browns are a good team if they play right. If you get a consistent Baker with the right coaching, that team is built to beat people. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm going Chiefs this weekend, but I wouldn't be surprised if they upset the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? It's I don't know why people were so surprised, but I tell you what, I picked the Steelers to win, but I ain't gonna lie, low key, I was happy at what I saw. They came in there, they punched them in the mouth, and they kept punching them in the mouth, and they didn't stop. And it just shows where a team could overcome adversity. It was devastating though on the other end because you saw a team that you're used to seeing come back I'm telling Bree, yo, it's still early. They got time. They got what? And then all I heard was
I remember FaceTime you so angry.
yes, she did FaceTime me. And I'm gonna tell you, and I felt bad. I feel her pain. As a Patriots fan, I see my team lose to the Chiefs very bad. Seeing Brady.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny. No, June, it's funny.
Oh.
Okay.
He's laughing and I'm smiling. So
because I'm laughing at
no, you're trying so hard. He's laughing because I said, June, it's funny. You want to laugh so hard. You want to laugh.
But I tell you what,
okay. It's okay.
I hope that I hope that the Steelers learn from this. I hope
we're not re-signing our offensive coach.
Yes, I saw that there was. I don't know what the moves were, but I saw it was moves.
It was 3.
Well, June, go ahead, and we're gonna let Bree, because Bree got some stuff she want to say, and I told her she's gonna get her take. So go ahead and say what you guys say, and then we're gonna.
He shouldn't have to say no. He can't say anything about my team.
No, I was the only one that picked the Browns to win. So I think I should. You have a lot to say about the Eagles.
No, because I told you you're picking the Browns. Remember, I said June has the Browns. You're like, you know what? All right, I do have the Browns. I told you you're picking the Browns because how dare you pick my team and then badmouth them after picking them? So I was like, okay, since you want to badmouth, yes, you did. Yes, you did. Don't start because yes, you did.
I said I wouldn't be surprised if they lost.
You would have a say.
I was surprised. I wasn't surprised.
You would have a say in what happened in this game when your team could beat the Browns and the Steelers. Because last time I checked, your team lost to both the Browns and the Steelers this season. So you can't say nothing about the Steelers or the Browns. So back to what I was saying.
Hey, hold on. So Blake Bortles have more playoff wins than Ben Roethlisberger in the last 5 years. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Oh,
but anyway,
how many Super Bowl rings?
Hold on. Oh, whoop-de-doo. Hey,
okay,
real quick.
That's what I thought.
Hey, hold on. I'm gonna say something about the Steelers, right?
You can't say anything. You can say something about the Browns. Say something about the Browns, but don't say anything.
I'm gonna say something about these Browns.
Say something about the Browns.
Them Steelers, right? That set the NFL record.
So awesome. I love this.
So the Browns are who we thought they were, which was a 50-50 team. You don't know what you're going to get. And I didn't know what I was going to get. However, I was excited to see what they were going to do. Not just because their coach was in the basement locked in, with no comms to the game. Not just because they didn't practice all week because the facility was shut down. But I was really surprised to see what they were going to do, it being the real first test in the big stage since 92, 93 or something like that.
Yeah.
However, Frank, you said, I hope that the Steelers learn and bounce back from this. In my honest opinion, and I'm just being honest, not throwing a jab, is I think that the Steelers, to me, I think they're old in a lot of different positions. They're very important to the game. And besides their receivers, are they in a rebuilding mode? I mean,
we can talk about that when she's done giving her speech. She put me on some stuff yesterday that I didn't know. Obviously, it's not the team that I follow. So when she told me these things, I felt that the narrative was changed differently. And it's like the news does or the politics does, that they paint the picture of what they want. So I'm going to let her go on that. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to say other things of that I feel, in my opinion, what I think needs to change in their atmosphere. But let her go first because she does have some valid points. So Bree, take it away.
Okay, well, first, I would like to say that I am disappointed in my Pittsburgh Steelers, okay? I'm disappointed in them, especially that first drive. Like, Marquise Pouncey, what the heck were you thinking? Like, I don't know what happened. I really, like, the first quarter, like, I don't know what happened. Ben's head wasn't in the game, something. Overall, I like that we were able to put points up on the board. And not get like mollywopped with no points. Yeah, we got beat. I was disappointed. I was sad. I was hoping for us to win. But back to the media, and I would say I judged first by what they said that Juju has said about the Browns. But that's the only thing that they posted on social media was what he said, not when the interviewer asked him, "What do you mean by that statement?" And he summed it up to what he meant by that. and it was no disrespect. I watched Chase Claypool's whole live on TikTok. He even clarified that. They painted him out to be bad. When he cleared it up, and they knew he cleared it up. Then another thing, the Browns knew that that's not what he meant by that. So the fact that they were sitting there disrespecting his teammate, he was feeling some type of way. And then also, after the game, they're saying F Juju, F Chase Claypool, F him, like, and Chase is like, okay, now you disrespecting me, and I've never said anything about you before. Like, you're going to sit there and disrespect me and have no class. And he even said that. He was like, they didn't have class at all. And especially bringing my name in something. And I thought these people were my friends, you know? So he was like, okay, well, we lost, but the Browns are going to clap the Browns. I mean, the Chiefs are going to clap the Browns next week. So I don't care, which as he should, you know? So the fact that ESPN just posted like, yeah, we lost, but the Chiefs are going to clap the Browns, but not show what he was saying prior to that. Like, the media picks and choose what they want to show and everything. And it's just like, okay. Like, that's messed up. That's mean. They're painting people to be the villain. They want people to look bad. And it's not right. To me, it's not right. I really hope we can bounce back next season. And I will say it. I hope the Chiefs destroy the Browns because they were acting so disgusting. So disgusting. We got AFC North champs, and all we did was do a TikTok dance in the locker room. But people hated on us for that. But people are celebrating the Browns, mimicking Juju and saying F him, F him, F him, F him. And they're clapping for them. Like, that's not right. I don't care. Y'all, people are always like, just play ball. You don't have to say anything. Just play ball, yada, yada, yada. Without even knowing what happened. Like, at all. So, at the end of the day, I hope the Browns get clapped by the Chiefs. Bad. And by bad, sorry to anyone who's listening who's a Browns fan, but by bad, I want legs broken. I want stretchers out. I want that team so injured that they don't have a team to play next season. I don't care. That's how I feel because they were very rude and very disrespectful. And at this point, I can be rude and disrespectful too. So that's how I feel.
Whoa.
Oh, that was deep.
Jesus.
That was deep.
That was some serious shit. I hate to get in your bad side. You know, I have to be joking sometimes, right?
No, Myles Garrett, you want to throw
broken too?
At people? I hope they throw your helmet at your head. Your head did into your nose.
I'm gonna tell you this. As a fan, I know where you're coming from.
So mean.
I'm not mean. If they can say whatever they want about other people, I can say what I want about them. I don't care if they know me or not. They want to sit there and be disrespectful. I'm gonna be disrespectful to them, whether they know me or not, whether they were talking to me or not. But they're talking about something that I like, so I'm gonna be disrespectful.
No, I mean, look, listen. I didn't know that. You know, I'm going off what I see on Fox Sports. You know, like when I'm shaving, I'm watching the experts, the clips, and they're saying this, they're saying that. I will say this: the media does that. They'll play clips, and that's why you have to be careful what you say.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not trying to take away from the fact that the media should have played the whole thing. Mm-hmm. But that's why the Patriot way is the way it is. You never talk nothing because you know they're going to turn that around. And sometimes they take and they fuel the fire. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm picking the Chiefs to win. But that's because I'm picking Chiefs to win the whole thing. But I wouldn't be surprised if Cleveland actually comes out and wins. That's just what I'm saying.
I know who you pick for South. For South's pick them.
Baby, I already told you who I picked. I went to safe bet Chiefs. Out of the AFC, you know what I'm saying? I think the Chiefs are. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, now in my opinion, and I told you this, Bree, the culture needs to change in Pittsburgh. They can't allow these players to do what they want to do, and then you try to check them. And that was the problem with Le'Veon Bell. That was the problem with AB, and they all said it. it's not fair across the board in the locker room. And I get it. Ben won 2 rings. He's a 3-time Super Bowl. He went to the Super Bowl 3 times, got 2 rings.
Or what about the Browns TikTok that they posted the night before the game, Saturday night, of Myles Garrett shredding Ben Roethlisberger's picture in a shredder, but nobody's talking about that. They
don't talk about it. But we've had this conversation about how they'll point out one thing, one player, point out the other.
No one's posting that, and it was the Browns official TikTok page. It was the Browns official TikTok. And then the night they posted that on Saturday night, and then Monday morning they posted in the comments, Chiefs up next. Someone sent us a picture of Patrick Mahomes.
So let me ask you a question.
But you want to talk about just play football, stop being a show. But let Juju had done that. Let Juju had took someone's picture and shredded it. Oh, everyone would have went freaking crazy. Everyone would have went crazy.
Right.
Juju did it.
You're right.
Everyone would have been like, oh my gosh, what is wrong with this kid? Someone get this kid under control. Mike Tomlin, what are you doing? Mike Tomlin, bench him. What is going on?
You're right.
So nobody's saying anything.
Well, because they're not the ones with the target on their back, though. That's the difference.
Target on their back or not. Like, you can't allow somebody to not do something, but allow somebody else to do something and get away with it.
Mama, that's life, yo. You know what I'm saying? That's life, man. That's life. But June, what you was gonna say?
Man, I think I'll talk to you a little bit about this. Bree, was there's a cover to every chapter, right? And in the NFL, it's like another chapter. There's a book, right? And it's a chapter, and every chapter has its cover. Now, what's in it is completely different. Sometimes we don't get to experience the entire chapter because the media does that to show you the cover, right? Oh shit, oh whatever. Like Frank said, the Steelers had a target on their back all season when they were undefeated. And then when Washington beat them, obviously they blew that up just because they had that target on their back all season. I mean, it is what it is, whether it would have been the Steelers or Miami or whoever the case is. I think that when they were undefeated and they were doing all these things and the TikTok and dancing was going on.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm not saying that. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that TikTok thing and stuff like that, that added to what the media is like, oh man, I can't wait for them to lose because now I already got something in the bag that I'm gonna say because of this or whatever the case is. So they already had that negativity piled up. And it's just like any sport. They're already gonna have the negativity piled up somewhere.
What I'm saying is you can't use TikTok. Okay, the only TikToks you can use as an excuse.
Rose Bree.
That clip of when whoever Juju said the Browns is the Browns, right?
Hello? Is it me?
The Browns in.
Hold on, there you go. So
something's going on with somebody's is it my connection?
No, can you see me move?
Yeah, I can see you move.
Okay, it's
I can see you move.
Your connection.
Hold on. Can you see me now?
No, not
Julio. Your camera's off.
With a big J. Juliet. Folk.
J for Weenie Hut Jr.
Good night, Coach.
There you go. Can you see me now?
Sadly.
Yeah, we can see you.
Yeah, so all I'm saying is the media already got the negativity served every time that something would happen. So I'm pretty sure that the fan base of Pittsburgh says some negative stuff that they didn't play, right? When, hey, bring me the Browns, right? Bring me the Browns. And they probably took Juju's thing that blew it up, and it is what it is. So I mean, we're only gonna hear what the media puts out there at the end of the day.
What I'm gonna argue with you about
serious because I don't know.
What I'm gonna argue with you about the whole TikTok thing, right? You can't say TikTok. The only TikToks you can say, like, yeah, they had something to use against Juju was when he was dancing on the
logos.
The Bengals and the Bengals and the Bills logos prior to the game starting. That, yes.
Yeah, that's disrespectful. You don't think that? You don't think that's disrespectful?
oh, stop TikTok dancing, stop doing all of this. When little do people know, just because he just started blowing up on TikTok for his Corvette dances, Juju been dancing on TikTok. It's my mom. Juju been dancing on TikTok since before the quarantine even started. Like February is when he made his first official TikTok. Same with Chase Claypool. He started TikToking in April, May, right after he got signed. So it's not like, oh, they just started TikToking when they started winning games and the TikToking is a problem. You can't say that because these people have been dancing, been TikToking for a long time. Now, TikToking on the people's logos before the games, yeah, that's an issue. And Mike Tomlin cleared that up. But he also said, I'm not going to tell them like in their free time they can't dance on TikTok because they've been doing this before the season even started. They've been doing this before they were 1-0. They've been doing this before the 2020 schedule came out. So it's not the TikTok dancing is what he was doing, dancing on those logos are the only things. But you can't say, oh, the TikTok dancing. On the logos, yeah, but you can't say in general TikToking when Juju's been on TikTok for over a year now.
Well, I will say this. Go ahead, June. Go ahead.
I'm not
So
saying
the TikTok
media
was
saying
never an
it.
issue
Hold
until,
on.
okay,
So-
and I will say, but I'm saying this for people to hear, the TikTok is only an issue when we're losing it, when we lost our first game or our second game or our third game. Oh, now the TikTok's the issue, but the TikTok wasn't an issue when we were 1-0, 2-0, all the way to 11-0. No one said anything about the TikToking. And then when we lose the game, oh my gosh, they're TikToking. They need to stop TikToking. You know, not TikToking on the logos. Yes, that's disrespectful. That's rude. That needs to stop. But in general, if Juju want to go in his apartment at nighttime and do a TikTok dance and post it, he can go do that.
Nobody's saying anything about what he does.
You
in his
just
spare
said
time.
that.
I'm not saying that. I'm telling you what the media said. Now, what I'm saying is, yes, if he TikToks when they lose, when they're trying to be cocky, then I'm even gonna say, yo, stop TikToking on damn logos. That's what you get. So that's what he got when they got busted and those teams that he danced on the logos. Now, other than that, it is what it is.
He did it to the Jags and we won. So that's all I'm saying.
Here's what I'm gonna say.
It caught out to him.
No, here's what I'm gonna say. Look, to be fair, okay. I as a person, I view things like Belichick, Tom Coughlin, that old school mentality of when you come to work, you come to work. When you're at home, you're at home. What Juju does in his off time in his house, that's on his house. What Chase Claypool does in his gamer chair at home, that's what he does in his house. But when you come and you drive and you cross that fence into your field of play, now you're a professional. Now you play. I feel that Tom Coughlin, my man, Wish Tomlinson has allowed his players to do what they want to do, and you're writing checks that your butt can't cash and caught up to you. That's just me. Now, me personally, you want to fire the offensive coach? Go ahead. But you need to look at your head coach as well. You need to look at that head coach and figure out what is he doing, because he's the leader of that squad. He's the captain of that ship. Of that ship. When you go to Heinz Field, he's the captain. Commanding officer is Tomlinson. And Tomlinson sits there and puts out what he needs to put out. He allows the attitude. He allows certain things to happen. And this is what you get. I think Big Ben needs to reevaluate his career, his life, look in the mirror and say, do I want to keep playing? And if so, then they need to revamp their offense. They need to get back to that ground and pound offense that they had, run the ball, push it downfield when they can, and they need to get back to that Steeler curtain defense that made them great. It wasn't that it was an offensive. They weren't the Colts throwing for 5,000 yards. No, their defense has been great since the 70s, and that's what kept them in the game many times.
The steel curtain.
Exactly. So that's my take on it. We didn't beat the dead horse. The Steelers are dead. The Browns are dead on the ground. We've been stomping on them. Oh, get it. No.
I'm going to stomp on them. I cannot wait. I cannot wait until they lose. I'm trolling all of them.
Well, I'm at duty on Sunday.
I'm atting them on Twitter. Like when I say I'm trolling them, like my goal is to get blocked by at least 5 Brown players. Like I want to be blocked.
Hey, let's get
blocked. Like how I'm trying to get blocked by Josh on Twitter. Like that's how hard I'm gonna go. Like against the Browns. Like I'm trying to get blocked.
Look what I bought to watch the game on Sunday on duty. I'm gonna be hanging my first class over the side of the ship to run the cable through a hole on the bulkhead.
Dude, you crazy as hell, man.
I'm telling my duty section on Sunday, first thing in the morning, I don't want no interruptions. You better bank your watch. You better make Alpha working party. I don't want no issues. If I get a call over the radio, ASSL, I'm blasting everybody. I'm blasting them. It's going down, bro. I done bought this antenna. I got a 25-foot coax cable I ordered, 2 male ends that I ordered. I'm ordering all this stuff. And tomorrow we're going to test this. I'm going to run troubleshooting tomorrow to make sure that this thing works. Because
oh my God.
Sunday, I'm stuck on a boat Sunday. Come on, Tom Terrific is playing Sunday. Tom Terrific is playing. So I got to watch. I couldn't take leave because that's more than 2 days in a row I missed. So I had to be there. So, but anyways, so we'll get to that in a minute. So we beat the Steelers to death, this thing. Look,
I'm going to beat the Browns to death.
Yeah, we beat the Browns to death. Juju got all winter, spring, and then some of the TikTok he wants to get, and Chase Claypool needs to get a better apartment.
No, he don't need to get a better. Look, his apartment is nice. His apartment is very nice. He just can't decorate.
Bree, you been to his apartment?
No, him and Juju live in the same apartment building. He lives above Juju. His is just like smaller square footage. Listen, I know everything about my kids. Listen, I know everything.
You're a fan.
I know everything. He lives above him. Like they live in like a really, really nice apartment complex in downtown Pittsburgh.
I would hope with the money they making, Bree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he just don't know how to decorate. Like when I tell you the man don't know how to decorate. He posted a TikTok of him decorating his apartment for Christmas and had like a little baby small Christmas tree with one stocking with a C on it. And like he made this big TikTok like, oh my gosh, it feels like Christmas in here. And I was like, what the heck is this? He just doesn't decorate, but it's a nice apartment.
So now the Eagles fired Doug Peterson.
Hey, breaking news! Breaking news! The Jaguars just hired Urban Meyer.
Yep, that's that. I got a text on that too.
I saw that.
So question.
No, don't try to change the subject. Doug Peterson. We're going back.
I'm going right back. I'm gonna keep you on track.
Right back.
Use my MTS training.
You can use another breaking news. You could be like breaking news. I just broke my big toe. Okay.
No, listen.
Sorry. So, back to Doug Peterson.
I was asked a question today by somebody that works for me. I'm not gonna say his rank, but John. John's an Eagles fan. He's pissed that they fired Doug Peterson. He said the coach that brought us our only Super Bowl got fired, and Wentz takes no blame. June, as the Eagles fan resident here in our podcast, how do you feel about that?
Well, I would like to give Bree the open floor before I talk on my team.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I had a little small conversation with June today, and he was telling me that Doug wanted to keep Jalen and start Jalen, and something about like they should never fire Doug. I don't remember everything that he wrote, right? But I was like, oh, that's not what he said last week. And he's the media switches everything. I'm like, no, like literally out of his mouth. He says, and I quote, I still have a lot of confidence and trust and faith in Carson Wentz, and we are going to get things fixed so he can keep starting. End quotations. So, yeah, I'm going to fire you too. Like, really? No. Like, Carson Wentz is not the face of the Eagles anymore. It's Jalen Hurts. I'm sorry. I know you love you some Carson Wentz, and that's the nation's team, and they were going to go win a Super Bowl this year at the beginning of the season. But what happened? Maybe if y'all played Jalen Hurts, then maybe they could have beat the Steelers and the Browns, but as you know, they didn't. But I feel like
we let the Browns do it. Go ahead.
Y'all didn't beat the Browns. Y'all lost to the Browns this season.
I said we let the Browns beat y'all.
Y'all let them
be us or them.
You let someone beat us, but you can't even beat us.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish.
Hold on, no. You let someone beat us, but you can't even beat us or them. But like I said, maybe if you guys started Jalen Hurts, you probably would have had a chance to win against us, But y'all didn't. So, I agree with the firing of Doug Peterson. I hope they do get a good coach that actually wants to win and not play favoritisms and wants to keep starting someone that isn't capable of being a starting quarterback. So that's just my take, and maybe you guys will win another Super Bowl instead of being a one-hit wonder. But that's just how I feel. Okay, Frank, you got anything before we let June take it away since it's his team?
So I'm gonna give you my answer I gave him. What do you expect when you allowed your team to fail on purpose?
Oh, yeah, no.
So here's what I'm saying. And I said this when we asked the question a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
If he would have came out from jump and said, listen, we don't have a dog in the fight. We're not going to play our starters. I'm going to see what my backup quarterback and backup players have so I can make adjustments going into next season. I'm fine with that. But you don't wait until you're close to beating a team to take out the guy that gives you the best chance to win to see what somebody else has to do. Like us, we put on a uniform, we go to work, sick, tired, problems at home, whatever we dealing with, we go put our uniform, we go to work to defend whatever we chose to defend, freedom, democracy around the world, whatever. Right? Committed to excellence and a fair treatment of all. But these guys put on a uniform. COVID. Some of them are living in hotels because they don't want to be next to their families. Some of them are sacrificing their health for the greater good of the sport. And you tell me I have a chance to knock out a team from going a divisional rival, going to the playoffs and winning the division if we win. And you're going to sit me down. You're going to take that away from me. These are warriors. These are gladiators that go on the field and they battle for a win. And he took that from them. So in my opinion, they had to let him go. He doesn't have the locker room anymore. He doesn't have the support of his players no more. People don't respect him no more. And when them guys don't respect you, guess what? They don't got to play. I go out there, a sack. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't block. That's what I'm saying. So I think they should have fired him, in my opinion.
And Miles Sanders, he even said, he was like, we were all confused as to what was happening, like why he took Jalen Hurts out.
Yeah. But now, June, it is your show.
Well,
take it away.
I think sometimes the opinions of players, it kind of goes along the lines with our opinions when our CEOs make the decisions that they make, right? Sometimes we're like, man, why are we doing that? We're never going to get the full understanding because that's what the CEO thought. In this case, that's what Doug Peterson thought. What was really going on in his, I really don't know. So I'm not going to sit here and try to defend something I'm not 100% on. How do I feel about the firing? I'm 50-50 on it because right now, I mean, we got bigger issues. We don't have a linebacker coach anymore. He's retiring. Schwartz, he retired. We don't have a DC anymore. Now we don't have a head coach. Then you're putting Deuce Staley in a situation where he's been with the franchise since he was a running back. And if he don't get picked up for the head coaching position, I mean, is it a slap in the face or is he going to leave? So I think there's going to be a lot of decisions to be made that's going to affect the overall outcome of the team. Not just how you could put the best players in there, but I think all these missing pieces, if you don't put the right pieces in there right now, we're going to have another mediocre season, depending on how the East ends up next year. So to me, it's like I'm just waiting for it to unfold. I want to see what decisions they make. Troy Aikman was the one who said that about Doug, so I don't know how true that is either. If he would have went with Jalen Hurts earlier in the season, does that take away the strategy? Because sometimes we have our plans and we stick to our plans because that's just what we do, regardless of how tough it is. We stick to our plans. He knows that team better than me. So putting Jalen Hurts in there week 6, week 7, whatever the case is. What if Carson Wentz would have snapped and been great second half of the season? Now, if you look at the stats statistically, quarterbacks in their 5th year, including Ben Roethlisberger, they have their worst years. Aaron Rodgers had his worst year in his fifth season. So we'll see what happens next year. I'm really like 50-50 and torn about it. I'm just seeing what pieces they're going to put in place and how it's going to affect the overall locker room. So I'm kind of curious. It's too many big missing pieces. It's not just a wide receiver or a quarterback or corner. It's coaches, people who make these decisions.
I mean, you're right, and we'll see what's up. I told my boy was like, oh, so the I think the way he said the plan or how the team was being coached, kind of the vision, the game plan or the scheme. I was like, it depends on whoever's the head coach. That goes with whoever's sitting in the seat. Their vision, their plan, how the game is going to be played is whoever's sitting in that seat. So I hope to see better. I think Carson Wentz needs to go. That relationship is done. Peterson had to go because of what he did. He lost his locker room. You're not going to gain the trust of your people back. So let's see what happens next year. I will say this. Even though we have episodes coming up to discuss the fallout and what we expect, but I will say there's a Joe Judge with the Giants. I think Giants going to be better next year. Washington could be better next year. What if Alex Smith comes back and he's better? A lot better than he is today.
What if Watson signs with Washington?
Yeah, what if Watson? Exactly. So there's a lot that's going to happen over the offseason that's going to.
You scared?
I ain't never scared. I mean, look at him now. He gave away so many games at the end.
What's wrong with him? What's wrong with him?
I don't know. What was wrong with him when he lost to below 500 teams? And he was in the red zone.
But it wasn't him.
I'm pretty sure it was
if
probably him. He was
his wide receivers can catch the ball. Then maybe if you look at his stats are good.
That's cute. That's cute and everything. But during the red zone, when he threw them fumbles, when he fumbled, that's on him.
Okay. And what does Carson Wentz do?
What about Carson Wentz? Why did Ben throw 4 picks against the Browns?
I just asked if you were scared because that face you made when you said maybe the Washington, you looked like you were afraid of him going there because they couldn't beat you with him.
No, they could beat any team. They could beat y'all. So at the end of the day, Frank said something about strategic planning in the division, and that's why some decisions are made.
Okay.
So,
look, Deshaun Watson on any team with any kind of organization.
Yeah,
I've said this multiple times. When people look at teams and they talk about, oh, this guy's winning, you gotta look at the franchise. I can't speak about anybody else's franchise, but I can speak about my team I like, the Patriots. What made them successful for 20 plus years or 20 years, 20 seasons, was they had an organization. They had an owner that played his position as owner, a head coach that was the GM. And before he was a GM, there was other GMs previously. A head coach that knew how to pick people to play with him. And he used players to their strengths. It was not just, we got a great quarterback. Because nobody thought that Brady at 199th pick was going to do what he did for 20 years. No. A lot of people say, Brady's a system quarterback. You take him out that system, he's not going to do good. Well, he left the system. He's doing pretty good at 43 years old. So it's all about when teams win, organizations, the Steelers, when they won 4 Super Bowls in the 70s, when they won 2 Super Bowls in the 2000s, they didn't do. Say what?
Is that with Big Ben?
Yeah, with Big Ben, exactly. They didn't do that because he came out and he was the best quarterback in the league. No, they did it because they had a great organization. They had good coaching. The Steelers don't rebuild. Steelers just adjust and get better as they go along. There's never been a rebuilding season for the Steelers. So that's something to keep in mind.
And we always make it to the playoffs every season. So
that's also true. So, I think for me, we'll see what the Eagles do next year. Like I said, we have a pot. We're gonna have episodes to discuss that, and if after we get done with all these, division rounds, AFC championships, and Super Bowl. So, but that's pretty much it. There ain't really much other stuff to talk about. Let's go into the predictions, Bree. Take it away.
Okay, we have the Rams at Packers.
I got Packers as the home game. And the reason is because not many teams are coming up to Lambeau to win in the cold, the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. Yeah, I think this field has heating coils under the field to make the field playable. If Jared Goff was healthy, that's a different game. I might go Rams with the upset. But Rams might have the number one defense, but the number one offense in a lot of categories is the Packers. So, I mean, I'm going Aaron Rodgers at home, Lambeau Field, the frozen tundra, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Let's go. That's my pick.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Packers. And normally I would say 50-50 with the Rams with Goff being healthy. However, Aaron Donald got hurt in the last game, and he got hurt in the area. I mean, you use every body part, but I think it was his ribs or something like that. And I don't think he's going to be 100%. So if he's not 100%, he being one of the key elements to that entire team. I think that Aaron Jones is going to do what Aaron Jones does, and Ramsey's going to get burnt.
I got the Packers.
Real quick, Bree, do you think that Ramsey's going to get burnt?
I don't know.
I'm just trying to click. What does your gut tell you?
He's going to play
And if he does get burnt, how many times do you think he'll get burnt?
I just think he's going to play like he usually plays, maybe go a little harder. And I don't have an answer to that question you just asked, the second one. The next game is the Ravens at Bills. I have Buffalo.
I got Buffalo too.
I'm going to go Buffalo at home. Again, they're in Buffalo, cold weather. But this is one of them games that if the Ravens show up to play, he can upset Buffalo. So I'm going to go Buffalo at home, but if there's a part of me that says Ravens have a good chance.
Yeah, I think if it snows too, it's going to be very, very challenging for Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the only two Saturday games. So on Sunday, we have the Browns at Chiefs at Kansas City.
I'm gonna go Chiefs. They're at home. The number one seed. They've had a lot of rest, I should say. Here's where I think the problem will be. Mahomes has struggled his last couple of games. People don't talk about it. Like you said earlier, people don't call out certain players. Mahomes has thrown more interceptions in the last 5 games or something like that he's done than ever before. That offense hasn't looked great, and that defense could be had. The problem is that the Chiefs are built to come back, and they play to their opponents, and sometimes that could bite you in the butt. So they can go in there and sleep on the Browns if they want to. They can come out losing as well in the division rounds. But I'm gonna go Chiefs.
Jim?
I'm gonna go Chiefs, bro. That's what I picked in Sal's thing, and normally I change my picks every time we pick here, and I go and I pick over there and I lose terribly, and I do okay here. So I'm gonna stick with my picks here.
I'm going to go Chiefs as well.
Ooh.
Do you want me to put you down?
Yes.
Want to get down? Want to get down? Okay. He did 2 little head tilts, so. And then the last game is the Bucks at Saints.
You go first, June.
I actually went with the Bucks on here. Even though they lost to them 2 games this season, I think it's a whole different beast, and they had 2 games to prepare, in my opinion. and they're not gonna go in there with strategy, number one or number two. So I'm actually excited for that game, and I don't think Breeze is the same Breeze. So I'm going with the Bucks, man. Hopefully the Bucks could turn up just like they did the last game of the season in the first half.
Water. I'm going to go Saints.
Okay. I'm going Bucks.
Toby's like spitting up his water. He drank it too fast.
And I'm gonna tell you
okay?
what. I believe in Tom.
Okay.
I believe in Tom Brady. Look, the Saints mollywopped them week 9. Saints beat them week 1. A lot of people, and this is where we go back to the news. Here we go back to the media, right? The spin, how they take it. Shannon Sharp with your Uncle Tom self, and Nick Wright with your big nose self, and all these people that are haters that want to sit there and talk it. So I'm gonna talk my talk, and you can at me, we can at them. I don't care. I don't really care. So here it goes. Week 1, it was Brady's first game with a brand new team that didn't have an offseason. They didn't have a camp. They didn't have no preseason. They didn't have OTAs. They didn't have anything. If people remember, he got told to leave a park because he was trying to play with his receivers for them to catch balls. That's one, right? Then he also walked into somebody else's house trying to pick up a playbook from his offensive coordinator so he could learn the plays. I don't know if you remember that, but it's on the clips. You can Google it. All right, boom. So that's week 1. Week 1, where he messed up at threw a pick 6 and another pick. So 2 picks and 1 for pick 6 gave the defense points on turnovers. If you take them defenses, and people forget, Breeze only threw for like less than 200 yards. He had 160 yards, I think. Not even a touchdown. I don't recall a touchdown. So he didn't have a great game. The defense just played well on a team that was struggling to get together. So we all think week 9, he signs AB. The Bucks at home, they're going to come out and win. No, Bucks were still trying to get the rhythm. And AB just came back after not playing for how long? That defense, and it's a rivalry. It's a divisional rival.
I don't like him. So that's why I'm Saints, because I don't like AB.
It's okay. You don't have to like him, but he puts up touchdowns. So he sits there and they win. So they go there to a divisional rival, and a divisional rival that knows their tendencies, and people forget. See, call the game like what it is. I let you talk. I let you defend your team. I let Jungo talk about what they doing with the Eagles. I don't say nothing, but I'm a fan of Tom Terrific, okay? I believe in Tom. When Tom talks on the TV, everybody in my house shuts up. It's like when the CEO comes over to one of the nobody moves. When Tom talks, I could be in the middle of doing things I'm not supposed to be doing. I'm going to listen because Tom is talking. Here it goes. Week 9, AB came back. They still getting the mesh. They still getting to know each other. It's not worked. What's happened since then? They stopped playing that no risk it, no biscuit, or no biscuit, no risk it mentality that the fat guy has. BA, Bruce Arians, he's sitting there. Now they're not going deep anymore. They're using the play action. They're motioning people, something they wasn't doing before. So how was that hurting Brady? When you don't motion your players, you don't know what type of defense they're in. Now he's motioning players to know what defense they're in. They're bringing in 2 tight ends to block on the side. Gronk and some name guy that I don't know, which leaves Brait open to be playing in the field. AB's looking like AB of old. Evans is Evans, and Chris Godwin is doing his job. Leonard's running the ball like he used to run it in Jacksonville, and they haven't even played Ronald Jones. They wait until they play him. It's a 1-2 punch.
That's it.
I'm going Bucks because sometimes you got to be humbled. Malcolm Jenkins, we could beat them. We beat them twice before. We can match up with them whenever you want. Okay, Malcolm, listen to this, buddy. You might have beat Brady in the Super Bowl because the defense gave up so many points. But Brady threw for 505 yards, the most in any postseason game on that defense. So if the Bucks protect Brady going to put up points. Now the question is, can the Bucks stop breezing that offense because they're suspect in the back? But I'm going Bucks.
I like your logic, and I do respect the fact. I don't think he's listening.
You said what?
I said, I like your logic. I like your logic, and I respect the fact that you like you're a ride or die for Tom Brady. I do respect that. Like, even though like you're still a Patriots fan and he was the Patriots franchise basically, like even though he's gone, it's like you still hope he succeeds something. So I do commend you and I respect you for that.
Thank you.
So
Thank you. You're awesome.
Did
I
I just
think
make
Tom.
you blush?
I think Tom is that Jordan of the NFL. Believe it or not, I frankly believe it. Do you believe it, Bree?
I don't know.
Brady has haters, okay, and I'm gonna tell you something.
I will tell you, I'm one of them. I will tell you.
No, we know, we know. But for many years, Brady was the obstacle that your Steelers couldn't overcome. It was like, oh my God, I get there and it's AFC Championship division round wild card. It doesn't matter. He had that number. Belichick had that number.
But do you know what? I don't like him, Frank. If you know,
But listen, I'm gonna talk my talk. Wait a minute.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
See, I stay quiet. I let you and June go back and forth and argue about this and that and this.
No,
and
you let Drew make a fool out of himself because I clap back.
whatever it takes to get our ratings up. I'm not stupid. I make it to what the people want to listen. But here it goes. On the one side, you have Drew Brees. On the other side, you have Tom Brady. Arguably the two best quarterbacks in the last 20 years to play the field. The two quarterbacks with the holding records. One has most passing yards in a regular NFL season. Notice I said regular NFL season. One has passing yards all time, right? One has all the Super Bowl accomplishments. One has 30 wins in the postseason, more than any other quarterback playing the game right now. Here's what I will say. I want Brady to win. I want Brady to win so bad on Sunday. I do. I want him to win so bad. So bad that I'm investing money into things that I don't need to buy so that I can watch Tom Brady play. If he loses on Sunday, I'll be upset. But he doesn't pay my rent, so I'll be okay.
If you need to FaceTime me the event, I'll be free.
He doesn't pay my mortgage. I'll be fine. Trust me. I'll be fine. I'm on ship. I'm on duty. I'll go to sleep. But if Brady wins on Sunday, then he proves that he is who he is. That means that the two losses in the regular season don't matter crap because like the first lieutenant, Mr. Gordillo said, that's why it's called the postseason. The postseason. You know what I'm saying? So
you mute her?
No, I didn't mute her.
I thought you were about to say, damn.
I didn't mute her. I would never mute Bree. You have to unmute yourself, love.
No, so I was trying this trick I saw. If you mute,
no, I didn't.
So if you mute and unmute yourself.
Now you muted yourself. We can't hear you.
Okay, so I saw this trick that if you mute yourself and then unmute yourself and then mute yourself again, they can hear you while it says muted. And so I was trying it.
No, you tried the wrong time. Like I said, my boy wins on Sunday, then it would matter when it mattered. And then the hit, who takes more of a hit, Brees or Brady? If Brees wins on Sunday, it don't hurt Brady. Brady still got 6 wins, 6 rings. He made the postseason with a team that hasn't made the postseason since 2007. Oh, by the way, the Browns haven't had a win in the postseason since Belichick was their head coach. You can look it up. So Brady did something that hasn't happened since 2007. Since they won, they haven't made the playoffs since 2007. They haven't won a postseason game since they won the Super Bowl in the Bucs. So it's not too bad on Brady. But if Brees loses on Sunday, he takes a hit.
Yeah, I mean, I think this may be Breeze's final year from the talks.
Look at it. 2017, the miracle in Minnesota. 2018, the pass interference that wasn't called. 2019, the offensive pass interference on Ruder's front he pushed off that wasn't called in the end zone. That team has come up short. That team struggled offensively against the Bears. If the Bears had a better offense, we might be having a whole different conversation.
100%. That's facts.
Cheers.
Well, that's the end of the games. I will say, even though we lost, okay, and June, you don't have to say anything rude. in reply to what I'm going to say, because anything that I say nice or good out my mouth, you always have something slick or smart to say.
That is
So
a lie. That is the
Okay.
biggest lie on this show that has been told, Frank.
Fact
So
fiction.
what I would like to say is that Ben Roethlisberger holds the NFL record for most completions in a game, regular or postseasons, with 47 completions in a game. But like his stats, it's just insane. Like 47 completions, right? 68 attempts, 501 yards, 4 touchdowns, and then 4 interceptions. Like that's crazy. That's crazy in my eyes.
I don't think he had a bad game, to be honest with you. I don't think he had a bad game. I think if your run game was a lot better, it would have been a different game, because he wouldn't have to solely depend on those receivers. He had a lot of attempts and a lot of completions for a reason. And honestly, I said it before, and it's that run game. I think once you guys get that, Devontae Freeman just signed with who did he just sign with? He just signed one of the playoff teams.
The Bills.
With the Bills.
Yes.
That's something else.
The boy Zach Moss took a hit. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, we're going to do June's segment now about what was most surprising and disappointing, right? I think so I'm gonna go with my first pick. I guess disappointment was the way the Steelers played. Came out flat-footed. I've said on this podcast, and anybody that knows, I have respect for that Steelers organization. I'm a Troy Polamalu fan. Yeah, I watch his highlights on YouTube because that dude was a beast. I remember watching Big Ben play his first postseason games and win. I remember Big Ben having a conversation with Dan Marino where Dan Marino told him, don't take it for granted because it's not guaranteed. And he won the Super Bowl. I remember the fumble that Ben stopped from the touchdown. You know what I'm saying? That the bus fumbled and Ben chased him down and stopped it to change the whole game. So I was disappointed to see him go out the way they did. Not because the Browns, it's not that. It could have been any team. But that was my disappointment. And with the same token, I would say my biggest, I guess, surprise or whatever it was that we say was the Cleveland Browns. I've always said that Baker Mayfield consistently, if he plays right, that offense, that team can win. And they finally proved, regardless of what the clips were saying, fans were saying, well, they played our B team. They're not going to beat our A team. They beat the water boy and his friends. They're not going to beat the actual players. And I feel that the one hiccup they had, which was the very first play out the gate with the over snap, set the tone for the rest of the game. And if you think about it, it kind of reminds you when Seattle beat the brakes off of Denver in the Super Bowl. The very first play after kickoff was the ball being snapped over Peyton Manning. That was my take. That's me.
Bree, what is your biggest disappointment and highlight of the week?
So my biggest disappointment is the Steelers losing. I don't have a highlight. So that's that.
Wow. Okay.
All the other games, were okay. I mean, I guess you can say I guess I can say my highlight is that Stephon Diggs is moving on into the playoffs because I love him, but that's it.
Okay. Well, hey, my biggest disappointment was Seattle, because we expected them to win. And to me, just the way they just didn't produce. They just looked like a B team out there, just trying to make it happen, even with all those weapons. And then my biggest highlight is I have to go with the Browns. I just have to.
That's good.
It's not a shot towards you, Bree. I promise.
I didn't say anything. I just said okay.
I seen your face. I seen your face.
That's valid. Come on, nobody. Only you.
But I didn't say anything.
But not a lot of people had the Browns pick to win. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
That's a surprise out the gate. And
Frank said the Browns as well. I didn't say anything wrong or rude. I didn't have no stank face, June. I just said okay.
I will say this. we're going into the division rounds. I look forward to these podcasts, these conversations. I really don't give a damn if only one person listens or not. I really don't. But it gives me time to talk football with two people that I respect and care about. So, division rounds coming up. Before we close it out, we go around the room. Bree, last thoughts.
I hope everyone has a productive week and a great weekend, and to just keep smiling and don't let anything bring your smile off your face.
June.
Hey, stay clean, stay sanitized, stay COVID free. That's my main three things. And then lastly, big ups to Devontae Smith for winning the Heisman and Alabama for doing their thing. They're about to lose, I think, like 5 starters into the first round. I believe that's what I was reading. So that's gonna be a big blow for Alabama.
If I know Alabama like I know Alabama, they're gonna be okay next year.
Yeah, I know, right?
They even got a program out the yin and out the down.
No, for real, no. They're like Nick Saban like makes them like in a factory underneath the school. Like literally.
Hey, quick thing though. They hiring Bill O'Brien as their OC over there.
Where?
In Alabama.
They're gonna lose. Listen, so so for me, again, like I always say, I look forward to this. This is my distraction besides my regular episode I record to sit down and do this. I'm looking forward to doing the next week and the week after that. I want us to invite people for the last episode of the season, even though we're going to still record, but to get fans of teams. Like I'm going to invite First Lieutenant. He's a 49er fan. I want him to talk about 49ers. I look forward to these talks, these conversations, these comparisons. Thank you for listening. Again, we take time of our schedule. Some are more busy than others. And hey, let's stay tuned. Divisional rounds. We got games Saturday and Sunday. Again, thank you for listening to Frank's Unsolicited Advice, the NFL edition. Be safe, be blessed, and stay COVID free.